Watch this. So you press YouTube here on the screen.
So a big shout out to Mooney76.
Not bad, huh? Not bad. That is how you watch YouTube. This is going to turbocharge your Apple CarPlay or your Android car system. So you press all apps. You got Netflix there. So you can see it loaded up straight away, no problems at all. It's from a company called One Car Stereo. You got the ability to plug in an SD card. Another cool one here. You can download and put whatever apps you want to on this as well.
Let's move on, 'cause it's time to move on.
Got something pretty special. It's going to give you things which you can't normally get from the factory stock systems. This little box is going to allow you to watch films, YouTube, Netflix. You can also load all your personal stuff onto there. It's called AI Box ELite, and it's from a company called One Car Stereo. They're a Hong Kong based company. Place very close to my heart because I used to live there for 2 years back in the day in the late 90s, and it was an amazing place. So the company One Car Stereo has very kindly let me have a look at this product to review, and I will give it my honest opinion. And there's a link below if you want to know. Hopefully negotiating some nice special prices for you. Look at the size of it. It's tiny. This little thing here comes with everything that you need. You get the connections depending on what type of phone you've got, and you simply just plug it in. And there's a nice little touch to this because on the bottom of it, you've actually got a space there for a little SD card. So if you've got your own files and music, I'm a bit old school, I've still got loads of MP3s and all the rest, and video footage as well. And you can pop it on this and then it will go straight to the screen in your car. Obviously, I do not recommend you do anything whilst moving. As we know, that's illegal, which is kind of strange. If you look at the size of Tesla screens, they are massive these days, but nevertheless, please don't watch videos when you drive because you know it's wrong, you know it's dangerous, so don't do it. But when you're on a long trip and you've got passengers in the car, you might have 3 people in the back, person in the front, then they can watch something, can't they? So this plugs in. You need to pair it with your phone's internet connection. I'm going to go through it all. I'm going to give you a real life demo on how you actually first set this up. So I'm in this gorgeous little Golf R today. And by the way, see this steering lock here? It's not the best, as you can see, it kind of flops around the place. I've actually got another video coming up, so have a little think about subscribing. I've got loads of stuff on cars, and there's a really wicked, secure steering lock. I'm going to put it on my channel. So as you know, normally you would plug in your phone there, and your screen, your Android or your Apple Play comes to life. But this is where the little AI Box ELite comes in. So where you would normally plug in your phone, you no longer need to do that anymore. And I'll show you some of the benefits of not having to plug your mobile phone in the video. So plug it in. This one is a USB-C connection. And watch the screen. You get the lights that come on the unit. Within a few seconds, there we go, it shows that it's connected. Now one thing to note there, it did flash up and say Apple CarPlay and iPhone. I think that's just standard because this is an Android phone and an Android setup, but nevertheless you can see there it says Smart AI Box. So this is the main screen. Now there's a couple of things you need to do to set up, and I've already done it, so I'm going to show you exactly how to do that. First of all, go into the settings button here, and that little box there is a floating window which you can use to navigate around. The next thing you need to do is make sure you go into the tethering on your mobile phone. So go into Wi-Fi and make sure it says where Wi-Fi connected, make sure that is toggled on. That's it off, and now it's on. The rest of it you don't need, and you don't need to go into hotspot and tethering because that's where you're actually tethering from the Android unit, as in the car unit, to something else. But we need to tether your mobile phone to the car unit, and this is where I actually took a little while to work it out, but once you know, you know. So the Wi-Fi connected, you tap it again, it won't come up automatically, and now it will come up with a list of all your Wi-Fi. The next thing you need to do is make sure you got the tethering on your mobile phone, and go into personal hotspot. Once you've got your personal hotspot on, this is now going to broadcast the internet from your phone to any device that you want to connect to it. And if you're not sure what the password is, if you press and hold the hotspot, it will come up with the password. So the top name there, that is my internet from the mobile phone. I'm now going to connect this Android unit to my phone. So you press and hold, and you press connect. It's going to ask you to enter the password. So do just that. So I've entered my password. You can see it says connected there, all done. Now this Android unit has internet ability. So let's go back to the main screen. Just press back arrow here. This little floating window comes up. You can press that and you can go to home. And there we go, we're back into the main screen. Now I've actually just tried the YouTube. It works an absolute treat. I'll show you what to do. So you press YouTube here on the screen and let's search. And of course, who am I going to search? I'm going to search me. Of course I'm going to search me. Think about subscribing, by the way. It all helps, thank you very much. And let's go and choose one of my videos. This is a playlist for Hondas. And let's choose a video. There's one there for changing the clock. And there it is. I'm not going to get a copyright strike because I made the video. And of course, as always with YouTube, you can expand it.
Right, 24-hour clock. So a big shout out to Mooney76.
Not bad, huh? Not bad. Right, let's not watch that. Nevertheless, that is how you watch YouTube. And of course, I do not recommend anybody watching anything which is streaming on the car. To make that very, very clear, it's purely there for your passengers on a long journey so they got some entertainment. Likewise, if you wanted to, in the same manner, you can actually go to Netflix. Watch this. Tap the screen and go back to the home. Now, if you want other apps, there's loads that are preloaded on this little AI smart box. You press all apps and look at all of these. You've got Netflix there. So if I hit Netflix, I'm not going to load a movie because I'll get a copyright strike. But nevertheless, you can see it loaded up straight away, no problems at all. Again, you want to go back to the home page. You simply press anywhere on the screen, you get the floating window back to the home page there. If I go back to the apps, another cool one here is that you got Spotify. You can stream all your music and you can use your mobile phone to just do the internet, and it will do it all through the Android system or your Apple system. And of course, it will come up with all the tracks on the screen as well. Here's a good one for you though. If you go in a Play Store and there's an app that you haven't got, which is preloaded, and you can download and put whatever apps you want to on this as well, which is the beautiful thing. So you just sign in there, download what you want to. I use a music streaming device called Deezer, and you can then put that onto the AI smart box as well. So depending on what type of music streaming service you got it all there. And in fact, any of your Android apps that you would have or your Apple apps, you just do it as if you're loading it onto your mobile phone, and then you put it on the AI smart box, and then you got it on your car. How cool is that, by the way? That's really good. Here's another little thing that I wanted to show you. On the bottom of the little AI box here, there's a little memory card slot. Now, I'm kind of old school because I have a lot of my music on MP3s, which I used to use off the back of getting CDs in the day, and then you put them on your computer. So let's say you've gone somewhere and you haven't got an internet connection, or you might have run out of internet data on your phone, I don't know. You just pop this in. This is your little memory card. I mean, these days you can get like, what, 250 gigabytes worth of music, which is going to get you going for hours in the car. You haven't got to worry about it. Once you've got that in there, you then simply go onto your AI Smart Box interface, go back to the main menu. You've got a File Explorer there. You hit File Explorer, and here we go. You've got your audio and your video. So you have videos that you want to play, then you can actually see those as well. And that's coming directly from the memory card on the little AI box. So if I press video, and here we are, look, I've got my little MP4 videos. If I select one of these, and you can choose which way you want to view it. There you go. And you've got a video that comes up as well. So you've got all your own videos that you can load onto the AI box if you want to. So you've got movies that you want to take from home, you've got them on your computer, you can put them in the car, and on a long journey, you've got the ability for your passengers to be able to see that. Don't do it as a driver. You know it's not right, and you know it's not safe. So just be careful out there. And that's only for the passengers, obviously, to watch it on the screen. So another nice little touch here. Let's say you're out and about and you have got some files in your computer, but it's a bit hard to see it on your mobile phone. You can actually bring it up on your screen now because you've got the ability to plug in an SD card and have your files. How cool is that? So in terms of the actual connection setup, as I said, it comes with all the cables, and it's so small and neat. You can just leave that tucked away down there in the little cubby hole, or if you really want to, you can get a bit of, say, self-adhesive tape or a little bit of Velcro. There's a little air vent on the back there, so that's probably just so it doesn't get too hot, but you can actually plug that and hide it underneath there. And it's so small and neat, you haven't really got to bother too much about it. I personally would have it so that if I had this tucked away, I've got access there to be able to get to the memory card if I need to. And that's it. It's such a simple device. But one of the things I want to touch on, once you've got it connected, normally you would have your mobile phone and it connected to a cable, and then you maybe have that sort of mounted down here somewhere. You don't need to do that now. Once you've got your AI smart box connected, you can tuck it away, and then you can mount your mobile phone back on the dashboard without having any wires connected, because it's wireless and it's connecting straight to that box. So it gives you a much neater setup in the car. and you can set it back on the dashboard. You don't have to have any wires now connected. It actually makes the car a lot more neater and a lot more hands-free and seamless, just like it's an integrated setup. You've basically now upgraded and turbocharged your Android or your Apple CarPlay system in your car. So one of the key things that I'm wanting to test here is I've got a Mercedes and I have a Bluetooth connection on my phone, which also talks to the hands-free system and all the rest. And it works beautifully. I get in the car, I turn it on, and it connects without me doing anything. And that's what I want to see on this little smart AI box. So it's now set up. So let's see. So let's turn the car off and I'll see how fast it takes to connect without me having to press any buttons or do anything on my mobile phone. And I'm going to unlock the car now. So, with nothing turned on, with nothing connected, let's power on the Android head unit. So this is in the Golf R main media screen here. Nothing's connected, and I've got a phone and all the rest. But if I go over to the app, it's already there. Brilliant. So that is brilliant news. That was no time at all. I think it's dependent on the car. I don't think the AI box has that much in terms of latency. I locked the car, I unlocked it, I got in, and before I could even press a button, bang, it was on the screen. And I didn't have to connect anything. It's already there, ready to go. So that's a great tick in the box for me. So this little AI box really is worth its weight in gold. There's a link below. For the money of what this costs and for what it can do, you're going to absolutely love it. It's going to make those long car journeys so much more comfortable and seamless, especially if you've got young kids and things. They can now watch stuff. And everybody seems to want to connect nowadays and want to have things wireless and hands-free and without the fuss of all the cables. Well, this plugs into the existing cable that you got with your car. It also comes with the cables anyway. You then tuck that away and you no longer have to have your phone connected to a wire then to talk to your Android or your Apple system. It's a brilliant little product. It's from One Car Stereo. As I said, I'm negotiating. Hopefully we'll get a nice little discount for you. But I really appreciate you watching and I hope this was helpful for you. This was a really great product to review. Totally recommend it. Go and get yourself one. And thanks for watching and subscribing. See you on the next one.
Let's move on.